Oh, honey, it's Tuesday in Genoa City, and baby, the tea is steeping hot, the drama is vintage bold, and the plots are twistier than Victor's mustache on a rainy day. Let's break this whole episode down with some sass, some shade, and a whole lot of side-eye, because the young and the restless did not come to play today. Buckle up, dolls. So we open at Crimson Lights, the eternal coffee shop where everyone goes to either get caffeinated or emotionally manipulated. Cole rolls in like he's rising from the ashes, looking surprisingly fresh for someone who was allegedly death adjacent last week. Nick sees him and is like, oh look, the ghost of awkward daddy's past. I mean, he actually says he thought Cole was dead. That's brother-in-law energy for you. Victoria pops in like, great news, you're not dead, so move in with me. And not just into any old place, she wants him in the tack house with her and their allegedly adult daughter. Cole looks like he was expecting a welcome back muffin, not a live-in situation. But girl Victoria is serious. She's got this whole happy family under one roof fantasy going, and doesn't care if the house turns into a Brady Bunch reboot with trauma. Cole tries to play it cool, but the man melts faster than a Yankee candle in July. After one kiss, he's all in. She tells him how hard it was to stay away while he was quarantined. And he's like, next time I almost die, you'll be right there holding the thermometer, baby. Romance. But they do pause to talk about Victor being a hater about Claire and Kyle. And you know, Victor Newman always has time to micromanage everybody's love life, like he's auditioning for Love Island Grandfather Edition. Meanwhile, across the cafe, Nick and Sharon are at the counter engaging in some classic post-divorce banter. Nick asks how things went with Phyllis, and Sharon's like, oh, we trauma bonded in captivity. Casual. But then, plot twist, she starts poking around like a jealous ex-detective in a soap noir. She's basically like, you sure you're not still into red? And Nick nearly chokes on his scone. Nick is clearly not here for the accusation Olympics. He's like, Phyllis, again? Absolutely not. But Sharon is putting two and two together and getting a whole triangle. She swears she's not jealous, just worried that Nick wants to rescue Phyllis because she's a hot mess with a history of arson and side bangs. Nick accuses her of being jealous, and Sharon lets out that fake giggle that says, you're not wrong, but I'll never admit it on camera. They both pretend they're fine, just being friends, but we see where this is going. Now let's check in on Victor, Genoa City's gatekeeper of morality. Claire strolls into the ranch like a blonde Little Red Riding Hood, bearing baked goods to win over the big bad grandpa. She brings Victor a chocolate croissant from where Genoa City clearly has a Parisian patisserie we've never seen. He's charmed but also suspicious Victor's default mode. She tells him that she and Kyle won't be moving in together after all, and Victor nearly claps. Then she softens the moment by asking if he'll help her plan Nikki's birthday party. I mean, really, is there anything more manipulative than a sweet blonde granddaughter asking her grumpy grandpa to help plan a party for her traumatized grandma? Victor agrees, because you can't say no to Claire when she's dishing out croissants and guilt in equal measure. Kyle's chilling when Holden struts in like he owns the place. He's fake nice, talking jabot and buying drinks. Kyle's eyebrows are suspiciously high. And then, bam, Audra swans in, sees these two men sharing oxygen, and is visibly triggered. Kyle is petty, Audra is petty-er. She throws shade like she's in a Real Housewives confessional. She basically calls Holden irrelevant and Kyle a failed science experiment. Holden's just over here smiling like he doesn't hear her calling him forgettable in 4 languages. Then Audra and Holden get real spicy. The moment Kyle leaves, she rounds on Holden like, sir, why are you still here? He's pressing her about Kyle and Vibrante, and she's dodging like it's dodgeball finals. He accuses her of having unfinished business with Kyle, and Audra is offended, but also kinda not. She storms off in full dramatic flair, her heels clicking out a code. I am not okay with this triangle. And now for our schemers in love, Claire and Kyle. They meet up in the park for a cute little picnic/strategy meeting. Claire's like, okay, Grandpa didn't suspect a thing about my party plan. Now you need to impress Nikki. I swear, these two plot more than an evil twin in Sweeps Week. Kyle's worried. Victor will never accept me, he says. But Claire thinks she can change the world. I already got you, she purrs. Victor's next. As they smooch under a tree like it's a CW drama, guess who's lurking in the shadows like a rejected Bond villain? Audra, yep, behind a pillar, watching like she's a stalker. Then she texts Kyle like, everything's cool. Thanks for standing up for me earlier, girl. You know that text is laced with venom and strategy. Kyle reads it and smirks like he's 10 moves ahead. He tells Claire everything's going according to plan. And she, for the first time, looks low-key uncomfortable. But plot twist, Audra is not about to be played. She calls Victor and says, "Get the checkbook ready, Poppy. Kyle's falling into my trap." Baby, the trap is trapping. Final thoughts, Claire's giving cute with a hidden knife in her purse energy. Audra is 10 seconds from flipping the script on Kyle. Sharon and Nick need to just admit they're still circling each other like divorced vultures. Kyle is playing two women who might be playing him harder. And Victor, he's planning a party, but he's always planning something else too. All right, babes, that's today's wild ride through Genoa City. If this recap gave you life, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know in the comments, is Claire a genius or is she about to get triple-crossed? Is Nick blind or is he just addicted to chaos? And who's really going to end up holding the bag when Victor's trap snaps shut? Until next time, we will see you soon. Bye for now.